And look at this gorgeous night, early June, the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. We hope you're enjoying it. You're seeing world-class action, as you would expect in any Manny Pacquiao fight.
Manny Pacquiao coming up with a big left hook, really catching
with no
flush.
leverage too. I mean, Mario, he has no leverage throwing that shot, and yet it hurts.
He comes at you again with it's unorthodox to his credit.
Look at me.
This for your family, man.
Hey, you gonna do this?
Yeah,
You gonna do this?
Family, okay?
Okay, let's fucking do it, man.
Keep the goddamn defense.
Keep your head up.
Come on.
Take a deep breath. And let's go.
got this.
Go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Back it up, baby. Don't let him.
Bradley with his head hanging low.
Oh, look at Manny's wife, a little chinky, jumping up. We saw Timothy Bradley's wife, Monica, earlier, and she was still looking on with trepidation. She knows what her husband is in for. And wasn't it a different corner for Bradley that time, Mario?
Wow, you just saw the body language with Bradley's head down, asking him to not give up, basically. His father came in, whispered words of encouragement. His trainer shouting to him to not give up, to do it for his family. Not giving exactly instructions, now trying to get to his core. Coming out pumping a pretty hard jab.
Look, all the while, right, you're absolutely right. That was the corner of a decided change in tone from you're controlling this fight to starting to question him, and they could easily be up 3 rounds to 2. Yeah. At worst, down 2 rounds to 3.
Exactly right.
But they know, look, you're in for something very special here. This is not some ordinary human in Manny Pacquiao. And while he has been, he looks slightly rusty. He's facing a very different animal this time around. But Bradley's still with his hands full. He has come out now. That's 1 minute of this round where it has been all Bradley. If you're a judge, you cannot forget that 1 minute where the jabs have been coming from Bradley.
And Pacquiao has chosen, and I don't know if it's out of respect for his power or just to time him like that, but he's chosen to fight in spurts.
Bradley has been better when he's been on the attack constantly.
Yeah.
Pacquiao, if he's being attacked, cannot unleash the fury on you. And that's what we saw, I think, in the opening 2 rounds at the very least. Bradley was so busy. He was so sharp, so fluid. Pacquiao was just kind of looking back going, what do I do with this guy?
And if you look at the past few fights, too, whether it was Miguel Cotto or even Margarito, Pacquiao always takes like a round or two to kind of get the timing, to kind of get the distance, to really kind of figure it out. And it seems to be the case here, and maybe even took it even a little longer because of the delay in warming up. Not to take anything away from Timothy Bradley, who's been executing a great game.
Well, that's it. Even you mentioned, look, Cotto was a complete fighter coming in, and I thought Cotto came in, was the bigger man, was a good boxer, and Pacquiao had to just wade through the fire to take him out. But Cotto and Margarito both don't have the tight hand speed that Bradley has.
Right, short, tight, compact punches. Very compact punches. And, he's done a really good job, Ryan, I think, of his defense with that sort of bob and weave style.
This has been a quieter round now, but this is a round that has also scored. It means just as much as the other ones.
And he's catching him a lot with those uppercuts, and he's got him in the corner. Let's see. Oh, that's a beautiful body shot.
2 good shots from Pacquiao. Now Bradley in the corner, and here's where the round could be stolen away from him. Pacquiao is looking for that explosive 15 seconds that could win him the round. It certainly does in the court of public opinion here at the MGM Grand.
Oh, beautiful uppercut. Beautiful. Oh, and that's that elusive bobbing head movement that they clearly worked on in camp, and it's turning out really, really well.
Bradley has slowed down just a bit.
And I think if Pacquiao attacked the body, Brian, at this point, he might stop him.
Mario, who won that round, though?
Oh, Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
He landed a flurry over here of some hard punches and beautiful body work. He was busy, but I always go with the aggressor and effective punching.
You see when you use your angles, man, he can't catch you. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. You good? Okay, well, look alive, man. Take a deep breath. Come on, you guys. Okay. Hey, this is barely the first half.
How we doing, Tim?
Trying to recharge, Tim.
Timothy.
Go to the good.
Huwag kang sumunod. Kita mo? Kasi siya, naghihintay na lang siya. Pag tinamaan mo, pag tinamaan mo, diretso na yun.
Dong.
Yeah.
Brad, mumog.
Now, here is that flurry I was talking about. Got him in the corner, and there was a big uppercut right there that landed. We can't see on that angle. Another great body work here. It was a hard right he gave him right to the body. There it is right there. Another shot to the body. That flurry and a couple of the hard shots in the beginning, I think, was enough to win that round.
That's it. I would say, as we get ready for round 7 here, it's been a terrific fight. Brian Kenny and Mario Lopez here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. We've seen great action, but that is the classic case of, do you go for the greater punishment in a short spurt, or a full 2 minutes where it was only Bradley doing the work. I don't have an exact answer, but I'm saying you could give that round to Bradley. I'm pointing that out.
No. Yes, of course you could. I personally, the way I look at scoring, I always look at who would I rather be in that round.
Yeah, at the end of that, certainly. You'd rather be Manny Pacquiao as another uppercut lands. We had a member of Bradley's team come crashing down on the side of our table here.
That was his father.
That was his dad?
He was a big guy. He's okay, he just slipped.
There's just a lot of people in the corner, right? And you can see in both corners now. Everyone wants to get into the ear of their man.
And a lot of concern and dangerously close to headbutting right in front of us here.
Bradley turned around quickly, just fought a little orthodox there for a quick exchange. Very versatile fighter. There's just I would say there's just a little bit of a wane in the energy of Timothy Bradley. I don't know if he could have kept up that pace. He is famously in great shape. But do you sense just a little weakening in him? That's a bad word, but you know what I'm saying.
No, and I don't think it's due to fatigue. I think it's due to those hard left hands that he caught and a couple of those hard body shots.
And you know what, Mario? He has landed his most effective shots where he hasn't had full impact or leverage. He's just throwing these grazing wild shots. Yes. But anytime Pacquiao catches you with those heavy hands of his, he does damage.
Yeah, he's a heavy. He's one of those guys. As you can see him, and you see him up close and personal right now. I know you hadn't called a fight of his before. He's a small guy. He's small by frame, and when you stand next to him, it's just amazing the power that he carries.
He is one of the most physically unimposing champions I've ever seen, and yet he's one of the greatest champions the sport has ever had.
Yes.
Fighting off the ropes now. Pacquiao spinning and throwing a right uppercut. He likes this. Pacquiao likes this.
And this is not the type of exchange that Timothy Bradley wants to get into.
Yeah, he wants it smooth. He wants to stick out the jab. He wants to double up on the jab. By the way, doubling up on the jab has kind of gone away.
It has, and that's what was so effective.
That's a good combination right there. Scored with the body shot. And an
nice
uppercut.
Right hand.
Answering with the left hand is Pacquiao. Any of these shots can put someone down.
Pacquiao is brilliant at, if you connect on him, retaliating quickly.
What we don't see right now, and as we get to the final 30 seconds of round 7, Mario, is that frenetic energy that we saw when he was fighting, say, Marco Antonio Barrera. The constant head movement and the dancing and the moving up and down that made him impossible to fight. He is more in front of the man now.
Well, I think that's again due to age and the fact that he's in his 30s now. He's been in so many wars, Brian. We were talking about it. I mean, forget the number of fights that he's had. They've been physical wars, and it's bound to take its toll.